So Arsenal are out of the Champions League, 1-0 to Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. Once again, we're going onto Twitter and we're seeing a lot of the weasels coming out of the woodwork. Arteta out, sack him. Fucking hell, man. Get a grip, have some composure. This fan base is truly the most fragile. No wonder rival fans get under our skin so easily. No wonder they attempt it all the time. Because our fan base are so fragile. A loss to Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarter-final. The first time we've been back here in God knows how long. Oh, Arteta out, Arteta out. If you truly think that it was a tactical problem tonight, I can't help you. Like I've said before, this team does not have a moments player. A player of inevitability, especially in the front line. The Champions League, look, you can be as tactical as you want. But in the Champions League, it's about experience and it's about quality. We've seen it with Man City over the years. Pep Guardiola, it's taken about 7 years for him to lift the Champions League with Man City. And they're arguably the best club side we've ever seen. They've just got knocked out as well, by the way. Oh, Pep out. Like I said, this team looks toothless in these big away games. We look so compact at the back. We control games so well. Tactically, spot on. It's about the front players to score goals. Arteta can't run on and create chances for them. He's got enough creativity there. He's got Martin Odegaard there. He's got Saka on the pitch. Martinelli, I've spoken about him all the time. I said he had to turn up in this game, and he didn't really, did he? At the start of the game, yes, he looked threatening, and then they just snuffed him out. This is what I mean about a player of inevitability in the front line. You need a player on that left who can cut in on their right foot, out of nowhere and pull it top bins. Because that's the small margins when you're competing at this high level. We can be as tactical as we want. Bayern Munich closed down all the passing lanes in the centre of the pitch. We couldn't get it through the middle. So what do? You have to go out wide. Saka stank. Again, crunch part of the season, big games. Where's Saka? I know he's 22 years old, but if we're looking at him as being the main guy in this team, I need him to be stepping up in these games. Left-hand side, I know I just touched on it, but Martinelli, non-existent. I thought Tomiyasu was amazing. I thought he did his job nearly perfectly. I think Sane got past him once in the first half. Apart from that, Tomiyasu snuffed him out. Again, big tick from Arteta. Got that spot on. He inverted perfectly. But it's the front line. It's the final touch. Getting the goal. We couldn't get it. And we've seen it before in these big away games. Newcastle. When the game's tough and you're controlling and you're defending really well, you need a player who can just get you out of trouble in the other end. Saka's done it a lot of times, but he's still 22 years old. That's why we're not seeing him turn up in these games. Martinelli's young as well. So we do need a player of this type of profile who can pull you out. I know we all want a striker. Is Isak a player who can just pull you out of nowhere? We haven't seen it yet. I know he's played really well for Newcastle, but we haven't seen him play in these big games at the Allianz. We haven't seen it. PSG, yeah, but it's group stage games. It weren't knockout games. And we can sit here, we could talk about your Rashfords or your Leaos. People will argue, Rashford. You put Rashford in this team under Mikel Arteta and you'll see a difference. He's a moments player. We've seen it at Man United. He can stink. His team can stink. But out of nowhere, he can just pull it top bins. Now, I'm not saying Arsenal go get Rashford, but you understand where I'm going with this. Osimhen. There's very few of these players in European football. But we're at a point now where we need to get over the line and we need that type of player. But nonetheless, I don't want to go any more on this. This is a discussion for the summer, not for right now. I want to talk about this Bayern Munich game. I thought we looked tired. We looked knackered again. Same as last season and the season before at this stage. Knackered. Why is that? Because Arteta can trust about 13, 14 players. The rest he can't. And then in the summer, he'll bring in 3, 4 players. And then there'll be another 3, 4 players who he can't depend on again. So what's going on there? He needs to manage his squad better. Now, that's my criticism with him. His squad needs to be managed better. If you can't trust Smith Rowe, why is he still here? If you can't trust Fabio Vieira, why did you sign him? Or why didn't you sell him last summer? These are my issues. It's the squad. If you managed your squad better in recent games, we'd look more fresh tonight. Bayern weren't at their best. We were the better side for most of the game. We were controlling it. Yes, we didn't take our chances, and they did. That's experience. That's quality. But in terms of a team and playing, if you couldn't see that Arsenal were the better team tactically, then I don't know. I don't know what you're watching. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. But I saw our team go and control. Yes, a couple loose passes, but you're at the Allianz to Bayern. You're going to miss a few passes. You're going to get interceptions and tackles. Jorginho wasn't at it today. I thought I would have expected him to be more reliable in some moments. Rice, a couple loose passes, but apart from that, I thought he was fine. He's playing on a yellow, let's remember, because if he was to get a yellow in this game, he'd be suspended for the next game if we were to go through. So I thought that was something on his mind slightly. I thought Saliba started a little bit shaky, but then he grew into it and was strong. The usual Saliba. Gabriel showed bozo moments again. A concern for me, these bozo moments, because I think he's been emphatic this season. Team of the season, for sure, Gabriel, our best defender. But these big games, he needs to cut these bozo moments out. And once again, are these the little reasons as to why Arteta was looking to drop Gabriel at the start of the season? Because of these sort of moments with Timber in the team. Was he looking to bring out Gabriel slightly? Maybe. I don't know. Who else can I talk about? I've spoke about Tomiyasu. I thought he was fine. I thought he was really good. Odegaard, really good. Saka, poor. Havertz, non-existent. Martinelli started well, but poor. And that's it. Like, you can have a really good base, solid structure, very good tactically. But if you don't have a player just to finish off all of the good work you're doing, then it's pointless. It's just pointless. You need a player of that caliber in the top end of the pitch. We can't keep relying on these players. Our players are knackered, man. Like, absolutely knackered. We have to bring in someone to compete with Bukayo Saka next season. I cannot be going into another season saying the same thing all the time. Saka looks tired. Oh, we need another 8. We need another midfielder. We do. Look, I'm going to leave it pretty short because it's frustrating. There's 6 games to go in the Premier League, out of the Champions League. It's frustrating, but we'll learn from it. This is a young team. Don't go overboard. I've seen some of the things, people going at Saka, Rice. Of course, Arteta, because you've got a load of people looking for interactions on Twitter. Don't engage with them people, because they're there for your comments. That's what they're there for. And people liking them tweets, I don't know. Like I said on a TikTok video, if you truly think Arteta should get sacked, I recommend going to watch golf or cricket, because football is not for you. But I'm going to wrap it up here. We've got a big game coming up, Wolves away. Have to get back onto winning ways. Has to rotate. Start rotating the squad, man, because these players are getting run into the ground. Trust your players. If you don't trust your squad, then get rid of them in the summer. You have a chance to sell them in the summer. If they're not good enough and you can't trust them, get rid of them. But yeah, that's enough from me. Disappointing, but we'll go again. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you soon.